know, it only seems like yesterday that Genesis reworked this G70. Well, they're at it again for 2024. Yes, this time around the changes are small, but when you put them all together, they do make a big difference.
The biggest change is the base G70 now gets a 2.5 litre turbo 4. It twists out 300 horsepower and 311 pound-feet of torque at just 1350 RPM. That's 48 horsepower and 51 pound-feet of torque more than the outgoing 2-litre turbo. Now, for the new engine, there is a hint of turbo lag off the line, but the instant the turbo spools up to speed, the engine comes online smoothly and very quickly. The alternative is the 3.3-litre twin-turbo V6. This silky mill twists out 365 horsepower and 376 pound-feet of torque, which puts some real fire under the G70's hood. When pressed, the 3.3T runs to 100k in 5 seconds, which is very good. More impressive is the 80 to 120 passing move. Well, it comes in at 3.3 seconds.
Now, ditching the wheezy old 2-litre turbo in favour of the 2.5-litre turbo 4 from the G80 really does make a big difference to this G70. It's quicker off the line and it has a more sustained mid-range. As a result, it's 0.6 seconds faster to 100k. Now, it manages that whilst being just 0.2 litres per 100 kilometres more expensive on gas. Now, that's having your cake and eating it too.
In Canada, the G70 only comes with all-wheel drive. In this case, it's smart and proactive. Under normal driving conditions, the system sends all of the power rearward to improve fuel efficiency. However, through a corner, it can send 60 or 70% of the drive to the rear wheels and the rest to the front wheels. This gives the G70 balanced handling heading into a corner and the bite needed to haul it out of the corner with more authority. Get serious and select Sport or Sport Plus and it sends 80% of the drive rearward and 20% forward. It can also send 100% of the drive to the rear wheels, which is just what's needed when the secret drift mode is engaged. In practical terms, the all-wheel drive system balances the G70 by sending the drive to the right place at the right time. So it's great for winter and even better for the driver. The handling is just as sorted. Out on the track, the steering feel is precise with no on-centre numbness. Credit Albert Biermann, the handling boss at Genesis and formerly of BMW M fame. His work sees the G70 turn into a corner with a rare authority. Likewise, the suspension keeps things flat and unflustered, even as the G70 is pushed towards its surprising limits.
For the driver, one of the big improvements is that all G70s now come with standard Brembo brakes. You lean on these things and you do not get instant fade.
The cabin is tastefully attired with all models featuring a 10.25-inch infotainment touchscreen that works with Apple CarPlay and Android Auto. However, unlike recent Hyundais I've tested, it must be wired to work. That knit aside, there are some proper knobs for radio volume and tuning, as well as the temperature control settings. The rest of the climate control functions are now done through a new touch interface. It's a slick affair that's more in keeping with the rest of the cabin. New and standard is a clever smart key. Using near-field communication, it's the same technology that allows you to pay using a smartphone. Simply touch the door handle with your phone and the car opens and can be started. The best bit is when somebody locks themselves out of the G70 and they're 500 kilometers away, you simply send them a digital key and they can gain access and start the G70 that easily.
So there you have it, a quick look at the 2024 Genesis G70. Now, as I said, the changes in and of themselves are rather small. You put them together, they really do make a very big difference. I'm Graham Fletcher with Driving.ca.